Okay, yeah, Dr. Lotus, yeah, recently in the world situations, many women stay abortion. They, in the not only United States, Korea, and all the world is the nearly similar situation. So, how can we, uh, correct these situations? Human life is most precious in the world. Please explain.
Mrs. Shem, I think it's time to really tell the modern humankind something critically important. Especially right now in America, many young ladies, they start to learn from school that they have women's rights. They have rights, especially called a liberalism, right? They think that liberal, it means me, my right, my body. I do whatever I want, right? So, according to that kind of logic, they goes like this. This is my body. And if I don't like to have a baby in myself, I will go abort. It's my fundamental right. That's called a human right. That's called a women's right. And a woman's body shall be protected. When I don't want the baby, I shall have free service to abort the baby. And make sure that, I decide when I'm going to have the baby, who I'm going to have the baby with. Yeah? If I loved someone, I got myself pregnant, and that someone no longer loved me, I don't love him anymore, I don't want to be responsible for his baby for the rest of my life, I certainly want to abort the baby. You see, that's their logic. Okay? So they don't think about other things because their logic is based upon an assumption. You see the assumption there? The assumption is that my body, the baby that's growing inside of me, is just a piece of meat. Right? It's a piece of meat. It's not a human. It's not a baby yet. Who knows what it is like? Basically, it is just a piece of meat. And I don't want this piece of meat to come out to become a human and then bother me for the rest of my life. So I will clean it out before it comes out into this world to bother me, interfere with my life, and give me troubles. Because if the father is bad, I don't want to have a family with that father, and this baby comes into the world, and what I'm going to do with this baby? I'm not ready for this baby. I have no job, and the father is not going to support this baby, and I will be poor. And then if I have a baby, I will not be able to find another man and to start fresh. How can I be burdened with this kind of stuff? You see? That's how they think about it. It's too much trouble. It's too much shame. My family doesn't know how to deal with this baby. My friends cannot accept me with a baby. I will not be able to have a new husband, and my entire life is ruined. So, no baby. And it's anyway a piece of meat. Cut it out. Abort it, right? That is how the mind works right now. That's why there is a law to support abortion even. And there are still quite a lot of people that they want to make sure that abortion is done free. And the government shall support abortion clinic and give free money. Make sure the doctors do the abortion clean and nice, because if the abortion law is not existing, the woman want to get rid of the baby, and then it's illegal, so they're gonna go to underground, and then when they do underground, the woman is killed because of abortion. So that's how they are thinking about it. That's why they say, oh, let abortion happen free and clean and no shame. This is called women's rights. This is called protecting women's body. Right? You see, it sounds so beautiful. It sounds so wonderful. As if everything, because of abortion, will move on correctly, smoothly. The woman had a pregnancy, can just forget about it and move on with her life. and then choose the exact time. She decided to have baby, then she can have baby. The time that she's not ready to have baby, she can stay her body clean out from the babies. That's called modern women's rights. But guess what? Interestingly, if you really do a scientific research and a survey to see the woman who actually aborted the baby and see whether their life actually turned into better or worse, let's look at that data. I suggest. I will guarantee that you will be shocked by the horrible consequences of those women who committed abortion. You will find the huge increase rate of breast cancer rate in those women who committed abortion. Guaranteed. You will find a huge increase of divorce among those women who committed abortion. There is huge consequences, huge losses of lives and happiness and health among those women who committed abortion. And this must be investigated. This must be taken seriously as a science to find out truly what means women's rights. And the notion, thinking that when a woman is pregnant and then the baby has no life and it's just a piece of flesh because they were not born, so they're not considered to be human yet. That notion, where is the scientific data to support that notion? What means a human? Number one, what means a human being? How many cells inside of a mom's womb after the fertilized egg divide, start to mold into a baby in that process? Along that line, from a fertilized egg to become a baby, which time point that those cells are already under the control of a different spirit? Look, if the spirit enters into the first division of a ball of the cells, then if a forming spirit, a new spirit, is in charge of those cells' behaviors, then scientifically, the mother, the woman who is having that clusters of cells inside of her, no longer have any right to touch those cells. Understand?
Yeah.
Because those cells are not hers. Those cells belong to a different new spirit. Understand? How can you say that that new cluster of the cells controlled by a new spirit, you have any right to do anything to those cells? Understand?
Yeah.
You are not allowed to damage another spirit's possession in this world. Understand?
Yeah, understand. Yeah.
So therefore, the claim that this is my body, this is my rights, sorry, you have no rights. Because those cells do not belong to you. It doesn't matter whether it's still a little clusters of the cells, there's no shape, there's no eyes, there's nothing yet. That's not yours. That belongs to the baby's new spirit.
Yeah.
When you kill those cells, you murdered a life. Understand?
Yeah.
That's how simple it is. Scientifically, right now, no science in the law of abortion. That's totally atheist. The abortion law is established on a pseudoscience. It's established not only pseudoscience, but it's called evil ideology. It's anti-divine, anti-heaven, anti-morality. Correct? How can you let the whole American society follow this kind of thing to live? Okay, if a beautiful young lady fall in love with a man, and they have intimacy, and their two cells already joined, form one, and already starting to mold into a new life? What about the father? What about the man who contributed half of those cells? Does he have any right to decide about the cells in that woman's body? He does too. The woman cannot say, it's my body. At least also concerns about your beloved, who you give your body to. You combined, you let your cell and his sperm combine into a new life. You have absolutely no right to decide what you're going to do with that cluster of the cells forming inside of you. Even from that level. Furthermore, that man, his body, his cell, have the DNA of his father and mother.
Yeah.
And his father and mother has the DNA from their fathers and mother. Look at it. How many people is involved in that one fertilized egg? The rights. If you really talk about the physical source of the material, that cluster of the cells contains huge amount of people inside the both sides of the family.
Yeah.
You only a host. You are only the host of a new life who inherit countless amount of human beings in the history. What right do you have to kill the life? The moment you kill that clusters of new life, the bud of the beautiful new life, you are doomed. How serious that is. Think about it, correct? If just we put a little mind into it, this is absolutely nonsense to allow abortion to occur to anybody. So in my view, as a frontier life science researcher, I studied human body formation. I studied the entire process of fertilizer egg, ovary, oocyte and sperm combined into one cell, two cell, divide, 3 layers, each layer divided into different parts of our body. This incredible magical art of formation of the human body. I will never think anybody would be so stupid to think that this is not divine art. How can you go against the divine's intention? And the most magnificent creation of the beautiful human body. What kind of mind do you have dare to interrupt such an incredible manifestation of divinity in the human world? The most magnificent manifestation of divine work is the formation of the human body and the birth of the baby. How dare you to do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my heart, how dare you to do that? So anybody does that is total ignorant and is self-murder. Murder new life and murder yourself, and you will not be able to pay off the debts whatsoever. So what I mean is that I want to make sure that we're going to make it loud, make it clear, and make it scientifically totally clear to every girl from public school that abortion is the worst thing you can ever commit in your life. How can you make the most beautiful thing into the most deadly thing? Correct?
Correct.
So abortion cannot continue. In this modern time, I want to call upon all the parents to educate your beautiful daughter and teach your daughter to never commit such a horrific crime.
Very good, yeah.
When we, the people, decide that we do not allow that in our children's life, then it doesn't matter what the presidential candidate, whoever wanted to make it law, legal or not legal. It doesn't matter what they say, because after all, this is America. This is called we the people. It is about us. So the abortion can be totally eradicated if we do proper moral education.
Okay.
Good. Pause there. Yeah.